Okay, so hey guys, my name's Avarti, and for the past couple of years I've been making Elder Scrolls videos, and in a lot of those videos I've speculated about the Elder Scrolls 6. Well, today has been a momentous day. It's a day we've all been waiting for. The Elder Scrolls 6 has finally been announced. In this video, I'm firstly going to go through the trailer and explain why I think it shows High Rock, and then I'll go into a bit of a discussion about the speculated release date and what we can expect about the game. So there's mist at the beginning of the trailer, and this would seem to imply that it's somewhere high up, or snowy, or somewhere with a rather cold climate. So something important to note is that all the mountains so far seem to be on the left side. If we take a look at the map of High Rock, we will see that all the mountains tend to be in the middle of the province. They are not towards the edge. So I guess the trailer sort of fits that description by portraying a massive mountain range inland and not close to the sea, but that's quite a general point. Another point is just the terrain in itself. It looks very much like a tundra, something usually associated with northern and colder provinces such as High Rock. Another important point to note is that you would think Bethesda would provide an iconic image for the upcoming game. So there's been a lot of speculation that it could be Hammerfell, but you think if that was the case, they would show a desert. It doesn't make sense why they would try and be ambiguous in this way, perhaps to promote discussion, but it does very much look like High Rock. You've got the tundra, the mountains, and the way the mountains are placed. I don't know why they would do that and then suggest it is indeed Hammerfell. Personally, I do think it's High Rock. I mean, I could be completely wrong, but it just seems obvious. And then you have the tower, which is sort of on the central left-hand side of the screen. I don't know about you, I mean, you can't really see it that well, but it certainly doesn't look like some sort of Redguard architecture, something that's very closely linked to sort of modern Arabic architecture. It doesn't really look like it. It's also important to note the sort of jagged, curved bays. They fit descriptions of High Rock remarkably well. It is said to be a jagged land full of such bays. So personally, I think it just strongly exudes the idea that it is set in High Rock and not, as other people have said, Hammerfell. Also, there's been some speculation that it could be set in the Summerset Isles, but firstly I don't think it looks like that at all. You would think they would provide an iconic image, and secondly it doesn't make sense from a marketing point of view. I personally can't understand why they would do it somewhere like the Summerset Isles, taking into account the recent DLC for Elder Scrolls Online. From a marketing point, it just really wouldn't make sense, and ESO, don't forget, makes Bethesda a lot of money. I also think it's something of a good thing actually, because there's been all this speculation, myself included. I've speculated that the next game will involve you being integral to the Great War, but now I think about it, it sort of seems clear that the Elder Scrolls and the protagonist has never been about averting a war or intervening in it. That's never been the main theme. Sure, you've been able to do it, for example in Skyrim. It's always been about something bigger than that, something that truly threatens Tamriel other than internal strife. So I think setting it in High Rock confirms almost, to my eye, that you're going to be fighting something or attempting to stop something greater than the Old Mode Dominion or the Empire or the Stormcloaks or anything like that. It signals to me that we're going to be facing something greater than man or mer. Also, I'm just going to point out the obvious, that it's obviously not going to be set in Black Marsh. There aren't any swamps, it doesn't look as humid enough, and we're obviously going to eliminate the likes of Cyrodiil, Skyrim, Morrowind. They've already been done and they've got quite iconic landscapes. And also, one person on the comment section of the official trailer made the remark that the music sounds more like the Oblivion music than the Skyrim music. I'm not sure what significance that might have. Usually they've been quite distinct. I think this one's quite distinct, but I think it does have the same tones of the game that was set in Cyrodiil, perhaps signalling that it's not going to be as dark a game. I'm not too sure, but I think that's still an interesting point to note. In terms of the release date, there's been a lot of speculation. Some people have been saying that, oh well, Bethesda announced their games very late, so that means it might come out the next year or the next 2 years. I certainly don't think that's the case. Personally, I think we'll see the Elder Scrolls 6 in the early 2020s, maybe 2020 itself, but certainly the early 2020s, and I'm not bothered by that. I mean, it's scary to think that I'll actually be in my 20s when I experience The Elder Scrolls 6, but they've commented numerous times that they need the technology to be able to do it. And at least we know that now they are actually working on the game. And I think that's a comforting thought more than anything else. Certainly, I'm very excited for Starfield, and I'm very excited for Fallout 76. I know a lot of people, myself included, sort of consider The Elder Scrolls the pinnacle of Bethesda's achievement, but I think you can't ignore that their other games are actually good as well, and I would say that I'm 10 times more excited for the prospect of a new Elder Scrolls game than I am for the new Fallout game or even Starfield, but it's going to be a long time coming, and I think that's a hard fact to face. Other than that, we literally have no idea about where it's going to be set, or what it's going to be about, but certainly I, as I've already said, am very excited and I'm very happy to know that they are actually working on the game. Last year they said they weren't, the year before they said they weren't as well, but it's clear now they're giving it some thought and they're working on it, and it coincides with the fact that their studio, I think I'm correct in saying, has actually expanded quite a bit. Anyway, all that aside, please do bear in mind I'm going to be making loads and loads of Elder Scrolls 6 content. Lore, speculation, discussion, you name it, is going to be on my channel. Anyway, thanks for watching this video and I'll see you in the next one. If you are interested in more Elder Scrolls videos, please do consider subscribing. Anyway, thanks again and I'll see you.